to share this with you. So I've been on this diet for the last few weeks and I cannot believe the results. A few months ago, I was overweight and just really miserable all around, and I felt like none of my clothes were fitting right, and I barely had enough energy to get through the day. And I tried to lose weight before, but it never worked. And even if I did lose a few pounds, it always would come right back. So one day, one of my friends actually recommended a diet called the Flat Belly Code, and she had lost a ton of weight using this program, so I decided to give it a try. I was amazed at how easy this program was, and it seemed so easy that I was even a little bit skeptical about how well it would actually work. Well, to my surprise, in the first week, I had lost 6 pounds. 6 pounds, you guys. I hadn't lost 6 pounds in the last year, and that was just the beginning. Over the next few weeks, I had lost 18 pounds, and I had more energy than I knew what to do with. I don't have to count calories anymore, and I can still eat all of my favorite foods. And not only has the weight continued to come off, but it is staying off. I feel healthier and happier than I have in years. If you want an easy, enjoyable way to lose weight fast, then you should definitely give the Flat Belly Code program a try. You will be so glad that you did.
I want to let you in on a little secret. If you want to lose weight and get a flat, toned belly, like the ones you see in all those magazines, well, you need to eat more and exercise less. What? That's something you'll never hear from your doctor, no, or even most weight loss gurus. And I never thought in a million years that I'd be the guy to give you this advice. But in just a few minutes, you'll know without a doubt how you can eat and enjoy more foods than you can imagine, exercise far less than a high-priced personal trainer would ever make you, and see faster weight loss results than you ever thought possible. You'll never look at calories the same way again. Hey, in fact, after watching this short presentation, I guarantee that you'll never have to count even 1 calorie ever again. It's the very secret that I used to lose over 40 pounds and to keep it off while still enjoying some of my favorite foods and never even setting foot inside of a gym. It's also the frustrating reason why some people can eat whatever they want and never gain a pound, while the rest of us seem to gain weight just by looking at food. You know what I'm talking about. It's just not fair. Hey, I know, because that used to be me. And I'll tell you all about my embarrassing story in just a minute. But I'll also tell you the story about my friend Jill, who was one of the first people that I shared this with, and how after years of struggling to lose weight, she now refers to herself as a fit mom. Now, you may think you've seen everything when it comes to weight loss, but I promise you, you haven't seen anything like this. I'm about to show you something I discovered called the H factor, and how a simple hack literally forces your body to store less fat than it does right now, and it turns less of the food you do eat into fat. And finally, it puts an end to what I call the calorie conspiracy. I'll also show you how you don't need an expensive gym membership to get a slim, head-turning waistline. No, it sounds too good to be true, right? Come on. It sounds too good to be true? Well, that's what I thought too, until I saw the results. Again, this short video won't be up for long, so please watch it while you can. First, allow me to say hi. I'm Drew, and you may not believe it looking at me now, but I'm not a naturally lean guy, and I definitely didn't win any sort of genetic lottery. In fact, it wasn't that long ago that I was 40 pounds overweight and downright depressed. You know the feeling. I tried to eat right. I went to the gym when I could, but still I had a flabby belly that never seemed to get any smaller. I just figured that was my body type, and then I just had to live with it. Well, one year, things took a turn for the worse. I had just gotten a new job, and with that job came a lot of new stress. I didn't have the time, the energy, or the motivation to exercise anymore. I began to eat whenever I was hungry and whatever was available. Some days I didn't eat much at all until I got home at night. And for energy, if the 4 cups of coffee I had each day weren't enough, I'd have a Red Bull, a Diet Coke, or one of those 5-hour energies to keep me going. And my desk and car was littered with crumpled up peanut M&M bags You know, the yellow ones? Well, they were like my kryptonite. I did this for almost 2 years and never gave it a second thought. The shock came one summer in late June. I just attended the wedding of one of my good friends, and I remember it like it was yesterday. We were all sitting around the table looking through the wedding photos, and I couldn't believe what I saw. I could barely recognize myself. I thought, was that really me? Ugh, it was like I was looking at a different person. My suit looked 3 sizes too small, my belly was hanging out over my pants, and my face looked swollen and pale. Oh, and I couldn't believe how much older I looked than I actually was. I got to tell you, I was so embarrassed. No one said anything, but I could just imagine what they were all thinking. What happened to me? How could I get like this? The truth of the matter is that I had gained at least 30 to 40 pounds in the last few years, and my health and energy levels had taken a huge dive. I was always tired, and I had no motivation to do anything. I'd been so caught up in the stress of my job that I didn't even notice the transformation that was happening. Seeing those photos, as embarrassing as they were, well, they forced me to make a decision that would not only change my life forever, but the lives of those around me as well. At that point, my confidence was totally shattered. Not only did I hate how I looked, but I knew my health was at risk too. Fat-related illnesses like diabetes and heart disease could be waiting for me right around the corner. Honestly, thinking about that made me sick to my stomach. I made the decision right there to not only never have to see another embarrassing photo of myself like that again, but to make sure I never, ever fell victim to any of these crippling fat-related diseases. I decided to get to the root of the problem. Why was it so hard to lose weight, but so easy to gain it? Have you asked yourself that question? Why? I began learning everything I could about nutrition, weight loss, body chemistry, and anything I could get my hands on that had anything to do with these fat-related diseases. I wanted to know the science behind it all, what was really happening in my body that made me get so fat and unhealthy so fast. I discovered a shocking report that revealed that over 40% of Americans have pre-diabetes without even knowing it, which is the last stage before the real thing. And it doesn't even take that much to be at risk in the first place. If you're just 20% over what is considered a normal weight for your height, well, you're at serious risk of developing any number of life-threatening conditions. At the same time, I did what most people do to try to lose weight. I tried to eat a lot less and cut out any fat. Whenever I had the option, I always went for the fat-free version of whatever I was buying. I even got back to the gym and did the occasional grueling 45 minutes on the treadmill. But to my surprise, my weight didn't budge. No, I actually gained a few more pounds. What was going on? How could I be eating less, exercising more, and still be gaining weight? I had no idea what was going on, but I knew I needed to get to the bottom of this fast. So I kept researching. I found that a lot of information on weight loss contradicted each other. Some things work for some people, but not for others. And it doesn't help that there's so much of what I call health hype out there. Health hype. You know, carbs are good, carbs are bad, fat is good, fat is bad. Come on. There are 1,000,001 diets out there telling you what to do. So who do you trust? I just wanted to know what works.